Good afternoon, everyone, and how is everybody keeping on this? Well, a bit cloudy, but dry. Uh, Thanks for coming along. We're going to be doing something a little bit different today. What I'll show you what I've got on the lathe. In fact, no, I'll bring the earworms in first. So there we go. We have Scott the Blue Light Turner and Mark the Gentleman Wood Turner. Thanks for coming in, guys, to keep an eye on the chat.
No worries. Hello, everybody.
Pop you back in the background again. So, what we're going to be doing, let's just get that chat back up. Go on to the side. In fact, no, I'll go on to the front view. You'll be able to see a bit better there. What I've got, this is about 9.5 inches square, which is about 240 mil. It's a piece of oak. It's an end. It's a cut off piece of oak. I think it's about 1 inch thick. Just over, about 1 1/8 thick. This is something I've been meaning to do for years and years. I got this piece of oak. I've got a local cabinet maker as a contact, and I get all his cut-offs and scraps of oak, which is really handy because it's all kiln dried. But I've been thinking about doing something like this for years, and it just came back to mind on the virtual crafty weekend on Saturday there, where Cammy from Cammy's Garage over in the States did a bit of turning with some deconstruction. And that's what I'm going to be doing. This is the bottom. I'll get this flattened off, put a mortise in, flip it round. Then on the top, it's just going to be a series of circular designs, coves and beads and things like that. I don't think I'll put any texturing in, but it'll be coves and beads, things like that. Then I'm going to take it off the lathe. I'll get it finished. I'll probably colour it as well, to tell you the truth. Take it off the lathe, pop it over to the bandsaw, and I'm going to cut it into 5 strips, each of about 48 mil wide. So we'll have a centre one, couple there, and the 2 outer edge ones. And the camera that I've got set up for the bandsaw, I can move to set it up on a table, and I'll show you what I'm going to be doing with it to finish the process off. I'll probably not get the glue up done today, but I should get. You should be able to see what the finished piece is going to look like, and I may well ask a bit of advice on how it gets finished and things like this. So it should be pretty good. So guys, do you want to start letting me know who's in the chat?
Yeah, so who have we got? So first in was Colin Roberts, Wood Wizardry by Colin. Then we have Sid. Then we have Jay. Pete from Twisted Trees. Doug Miller. Some fat bloke called the Blue Light Turner. Robert Dolman.
There's a lot of these fat blokes about.
I know. Steve Ash.
I know, because I'm one of them.
We're not fat, we're just hard to kidnap.
I'm saying nothing.
Sid's repurposing.
Right.
Where are we?
I'm
Colin
spinning
Izzard.
just short of 700.
Stacey Smith. Richard Phelan. Terry Bray.
Terry.
Steve Wilson.
Hi, Steve.
Barry from France.
Afternoon, Barry.
Kim Dickinson. Hodgepodge. Klondike. You'll have to bear with me, guys. My chat's going all over the place.
Ben Jamin. Hello, Ben. It's a new name, I think.
Dr. Bob.
I think it is. Hi, Dr. Bob.
IDR Wood Turning.
So you got your coffee and donuts, Bob?
So he's saying it's a cool 45 degrees Fahrenheit here.
Oh, right.
On the Detroit River overlooking Windsor, Canada. Very nice.
Very nice. Very nice.
Ian Leonard, Wivy Woodshed.
Hi, Ian. Wivy.
Andy Heath.
Andy.
I think that's everyone. If we've missed anyone, apologies.
Terry Bray, did we say him?
I think we said Terry. Amy's just joined. Hi, Amy.
Hi, Amy.
Hodgepodge.
Oh my
Kim
God. We've
Dickerson.
got the regular crew in plus some
Plus some new
plus some new
names,
ones. Grand.
which is cool.
Right, I'll get on and start this. There's not a hell of a lot of turning in this. But I am turning a bit of air, so I've got to be careful of my fingers.
Oh, Benjamin is Waforl. WFORL.
All right.
So not a new person, but a new name. Hello, Ben. Welcome along, mate. Thanks for that, Amy.
I like Amy. Amy said she's going to keep the hard to kidnap. So
Now,
some of you that are new to the chat or just recently come into the chat might see there's comments on there. T-shirt purchase. We all know from watching Wayne Drilly. Drilly now has an official fan club with merch. It's been done for a bit of fun. I'll post the links back in a bit. We do make a little bit of profit on it because the company wouldn't let us pay them just sell them at cost. All that money is going to go to charities. So they're a bit of fun.
Paul, I do apologise if we missed you, mate. Sometimes the chat flies by so fast. If you only make one comment, we do miss it. So very sorry about that. We don't do it on purpose, buddy. He wants to know how it's mounted, Wayne.
Oh, have we lost Wayne?
We may well have. Who was in first? You, I think.
Might be me.
Put your clothes back on.
Clothes are on. So normally when Wayne mounts a piece like that on the lathe, he's got a Forstner bit that's the right size for his jaws. So I imagine,
drills a mortise and then mounts it on the jaws, doesn't he?
Yeah, I imagine he's done that, or he might have put it on a faceplate ring. But let's just bear with him. I will pop all the links back in for Drilly's merch. As we said, it's a bit of fun. I got bored in the workshop yesterday evening, so I come up with the logo.
There you are.
Is it me?
Yeah.
Oh, I put my cigarette down. Don't want to smoke on camera. What I will do is I will hijack Wayne's live as well, and I'll just say a quick thank you to everyone that's contacted me. Tommy, Colin, Pete, and a few others that have asked me how I am after Saturday, which was a particularly rough day at work. I'm good. I've bounced back. But it is appreciated all the members of the community contacting. So thank you very much. Hopefully Wayne will be back with us shortly.
I didn't ask because I didn't care. You know that's not true.
I know that's not true. I know that's not true.
I'm joking.
And I think it's good that the community all look out for each other.
We all do. We all care about you, boy.
It's not just me. We care about each other, don't we?
Yeah.
Is that Wayne back? I can hear.
Yeah, it's me back on. I thought I was going to get away with it. Obviously not.
I wanted to know how the piece is mounted, Wayne.
It's mounted my usual way of mounting things, which is just a 67mm hole.
That's what we thought.
Then mounted in the C jaws of the Axminster shop.
Tell you what, Scott. People in the chat, they've got eagle eyes. They spotted your new toy.
My new toy. So my new toy I've wanted for a long time. I couldn't afford it, or couldn't justify spending the money on it. But I helped my mum and my dad load 2 6-yard skips last week. So very kindly they bought it for me. So yeah. Robert Dolman, that was your caught smoking face.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Amy says, tell the truth, it wasn't a drunk that beat me up. It was my wife. No. Amy, I beat her up. Not like that. Not like that. Let's rephrase that. I've got a really understanding wife. Obviously with all the stuff I deal with at work. There have been times when I've lashed out in my sleep when I'm having nightmares, bless her. But she's always there, gives me a cuddle, makes me coffee. So I can't moan.
Cool. What's it like having an understanding wife? I've never had one of those.
I think they're rare, Mark.
They
Yeah,
are.
must be.
I think they're rare.
I think I got the other one.
Yeah. See, I've been married 14 years this year. So I'm just thinking, you know, I've done my time. I might be able to apply for parole. Maybe get a younger model. No, I wouldn't. I would not change my missus for the world.
Oh, you're a lucky man.
Or my nutty dog.
Yeah, I love your dog. Your dog just makes me laugh.
My dog is
Right.
not. Fits in this house well.
I'm coming up. Next month will be 37 years.
You're a tad bit older than me, though, Wayne.
Yeah, rub it in, why don't you?
It's not age, it's knowledge. That's what we'll call it. That's what I say to all the old girls at work. Because you're not allowed to ask a lady her age because it's rude. So I just say you're 21 with a few years' experience.
Right, Drilly's coming out. What's your lugs?
Oh, earphones off.
Here comes Drilly! See, I think we got the colouring right on the t-shirts as well.
Yep.
I'll just be doing my usual 81, 22, 40. Now, as per usual, seeing as how this is a demo thing, I'm not hanging about. I probably haven't got this piece completely flat on the back. There'll probably end up being a few maybe ridges and sanding marks and things like this. But it is a demo. I'm just actually showing you the process that I go through.
Colin says, hashtag Drilly for Prime Minister. And hashtag we love Drilly.
If you hear any noise coming in from sort of outside, I've got the door open and the farmer has been out cutting the grass, so they're just out there collecting the grass now. So we'll probably end up with putting these beasts in the field just shortly, which is a nightmare because that means I'll have nowhere to walk the dogs.
Wayne, can I ask a favour? Talking about finishing, can I pop the link in for my live tomorrow, please?
Of course you can, Mark. Yeah, you carry on.
So tomorrow, folks, I'm doing a lunchtime live, and we're going to be going over the finishing process, start to finish.
So am I missing here something? Because someone's saying about we need Skew Defence League merchandise.
Skew Defence League.
Have we missed something there?
Oh, it's because of Wayne's t-shirt, excuse me. And because I'm terrified of skews. I'm that terrified of skews, I've actually bought a skew. A bigger one. I've bought a 1-inch skew, but as I found out last night, I've bought the wrong bloody one.
Well, you bought an oval one.
Yes.
I like the oval one.
I prefer the oval ones to the square edge ones.
Oh, hang on. I'm just going to go and shut the door.
It was a comment on Mike Walks Live last night by Peter at Twisted Trees. You'll have to excuse me, I didn't get to watch Mike last night. Yesterday was a dark day, so I was in here.
Right, now, I have put Yorkshire Grit on this. Probably quite foolishly, since it's a square piece. I'm going to have to watch my fingers when I'm doing this, obviously. And I'll tell you, I'll do the Yorkshire Grit first. Turn that down.
You're a brave man, Wayne.
Yeah, I would imagine there's a few people in the chat who know David Lowe. I bought a skew off of him that he advertised in one of the Facebook groups that I'm sure a few of us are members of. I thought I'd overcome my fear.
So Paul Lockwood saying oval skews are fine on small spindles like pens. I'm trying to think how big my oval is. Yeah, mine's an inch oval skew.
Yeah, my oval skews are an inch. The flat one that I bought from Keith is
massive.
Yeah, it's 1.25 inches. The flat one I bought from Keith. Right, I'm going to take a bit more out of the mortise in the middle. Seeing as how this is square, I feel I need a little bit more in there. I don't want to go too deep because obviously this is a fairly thin piece of wood and I've already got a hole drilled in the other side.
And if by magic Yorkshire Grit's mentioned and Glyn appears. Good afternoon, Glyn.
Hello, Glyn.
David Robertson has joined. He said, I like skews. I have a 2-inch diameter one. It's a bit out of balance. Sid repurposing is being brave and going hashtag sofa for Joe. And with his son, he uses his skew all the time. It's great for opening tins of wax.
Yes. Glyn, I have already used Yorkshire Grit on this, on the bottom. Right, that's the bottom basically done. I'm not doing any more on that. I'm not overly concerned about this part here. Like I say, this is a demo piece. If this was to be going up for sale, I would have all that sanded nicely. This is probably end up going on the wall or one of the walls in the house.
It's not a demo piece then, is it?
Dr. Bob, Dr. Bob, I just need to say thank you to Dr. Bob. He's just subscribed to my channel.
Nice one, Bob. Sir. Right, so on the top side, I'll get it flattened off. And then we're just going to put a series, like I said, a series of designs on there, coves and beads and things like this. Then I'll probably paint it.
No one's live tonight, are they? Till 9 o'clock.
I don't think so.
I might do a pop-up live tonight. I'll see how I feel later.
Do it.
Does anyone use the round skew? Is that like the round bar with the skew tip on the end of it?
Yeah.
I've got one, but I can't get on with it. Cool. Colin's saying he's got a dilemma. He doesn't know whether to go for a negative rake scraper or a texturing tool.
Neck rake.
Yeah, I'd go for a neg rake first.
Get the neck rake first, because that's almost an essential tool, isn't it?
Yeah.
Texturing is optional, but a negative rake scraper. Sorry, Wayne?
He's going to take a wee bit more off.
Okay.
Yeah, it's still showing. I haven't cut down far enough here yet, so I'll just take a little bit more off.
So Andy's saying he's got a 12mm round skew. I think that's what mine is. It's meant to be good for doing beads.
Sorry, I was interrupting your chat there, Mark.
No. You're the host, boys. Your show.
Mole Valley Maker saying if you've got a skew you don't want, then you've got yourself a negative rake scraper.
You've got two semi-professional earworms here, Wayne. We know to shut up when you start talking.
Yeah, we're qualified earworms.
Yeah,
We've got to prove it.
Don't get paid though, do we, Scott?
No.
Oh,
so Doug's got a question.
Yeah.
What angle does the top of a negative rake scraper have to be?
Carry on, Mark.
Okay, negative rake scraper. You need an included angle no greater than 90 degrees, where your bottom angle and your top angle added together should be 90 or less. I use 16 on the bottom, 25 on the top. Mike Walt uses 35-35. Try out any combination you like and find one that you're happy with and gives you the best result.
The Glyn saying he uses 30 on the top, 60 on the bottom.
Yep, that's fine because that adds up to 90. 60-30, 60-25, 70-20.
I don't know what mine is.
50-30.
Mine's the Jason Breach one. So I just do it at what it come at. So it's one of these.
That's not very sharp.
I reground mine all to be the same. I've got 3. One I made myself and the other 2 I bought. And they're all negative rakes now.
Colin saying he's been looking at the Simon Hope one. It's a beast.
Yeah, it is. I've got that one. It's huge. It's very heavy, very good, very stable. Gives a lovely finish. It's a bit of a bugger to sharpen, but just use a honing card.
Yeah, I bought all Simon Hope tools for demos because they're double-ended, like the bowl girls and the single girls and stuff.
Yeah.
And where I haven't done any demos, they've never been used for screwing the plastic. And Glyn is saying the lesser the included angle is, the faster it loses its cutting there.
Yeah. I get probably 2 passes off a bowl before I need to resharpen.
Doug saying no, Wayne, you're going to join the funnel club.
Who said that?
Doug Mugham. Mugham.
This is Wayne, no funnel club.
Me? Funnel club? What's a funnel club?
It's that thing you join when JP hits your bottom of your bowl with hammer.
Yeah. Easiest way not to join the funnel club, use a depth gauge.
Yep.
And don't let JP near your work.
So there you go. Get that. That's not quite on centre. That bar must be bent. There we go. If you have a look at that, oh, you can't see that bit well. Anyway,
Can just see it.
I've got a space here of around about, I'd say that's probably about 5/8 to tell you the truth. So there's still 5/8 left there, so plenty of room.
Robert Dolman says, Wayne, you've called down the gods now.
Nah, I'll be fine. I'll be fine.
They wouldn't dare. Not against Wayne.
Now Wayne cast a spell on them. No, he is the Dumbledore of Wood Burning.
The Wood Jedi.
Ian in the ship's just joined. Good afternoon, Ian.
There, Ian. I was going to ask you, Scott, have we got a union meeting after this?
Have we got a union meeting?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've spoke to the stewards, so hopefully they can come.
Good. Ian Leonard's just bought a Drilly t-shirt.
Guys, you're going to have to post pictures on your social media with these.
Colin, I've got the round Diamond Hope scraper.
Quick sharpen on this. You know, looking at this, I'm uncertain on whether to colour this, to tell you the truth.
Post the link again, Scott.
For the Drilly t-shirt.
Yeah. For those that have just joined, we now have Drilly merch.
So that's the link for the t-shirt. You can also, as we've all got to wear face masks now, get a Drilly face mask. And if you click on the face mask link, it also gives you the opportunity to get a Drilly mug.
And as Scott explained earlier, Teespring wouldn't let us do it as cost items. There's a very, very tiny little bit of profit from each item, and that's going to Scott's designated charity, which is the Southampton Veterans Centre.
The competition I'm running as well is still going and closes on the 30th. So if anyone hasn't entered that, if you go over to the Blue Light Turner page on Facebook, there's a post on there that explains how to enter. Are the earworms members of the Union of Registered Interactive Neutral Earworms?
I've just worked out what that stands for. Take the first letter of each word. Very good, Ian. Very good, Ian. URINE.
Yeah, I'm going to copy that. That might have to be a t-shirt.
Right. Question for the collective. Do I colour it or do I leave it natural like this? It's going to be getting cut into strips down this way with the grain. So what do you reckon, colour or not?
I would say no, personally,
I don't know.
because you'd have to colour the edges where you do the bandsaw
Yeah.
cut, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I know.
It's a pretty bit of wood as well, isn't it? Wayne, can you go to your tailstock cam so we can see the grain
That
in
is
it?
what is that? I thought, oh no, that's a side cam. Bear with me, guys. Bear with me. There you go. So the cuts are going to be made down this way. So what do you reckon, colour or not?
Let's go quickly down. Colour, yes, colour, no colour, no colour, yes, no, natural.
Yeah, I'd go
Someone-
natural.
Paul Lockwood
Brett-
says a tint on the edges. That's not a bad idea, actually.
Mm.
Painted, colour. It's looking like colour is winning.
No.
But I
Could you
do like-
possibly cut it
I do
the other
like
way,
Paul.
Wayne?
Sorry, Scott?
Could you possibly cut it the other way so you got that dark strip in the middle of each strip rather than a dark strip in the middle?
That I think it actually it tends to look better. Mind you, that is looking particularly nice like that.
You're going to get if you leave it natural, you're going to get a dark bit in every strip then, aren't you? Rather than...
Yes, you are. And it's going to be highlighted with these white bits as well.
Yeah.
Right, guys, I'm going to make the final decision. I'm not going to colour it. Right, I'm going to come back to the main camera for a minute.
Sorry, guys, I'll shut up.
I'm going to have a rant, right? I've been waiting to have a rant about various things for weeks and weeks and weeks, so I'm going to have a rant. That's it. That's the rant finished.
We've been waiting, Wayne.
You bugger. You rotten old bugger.
Mate, that's brilliant. Love it.
God, I was getting proper wound up about that too.
What's Wayne going to have a rant about?
I thought, God, this is going to be good.
Right. Quick bit of rant.
Love it.
Hodgepodge has ordered a shirt. Thank you.
Cool. I can tell you how many people have ordered shirts if I go on the listing. Hang on. So we've sold 7 Drilly shirts at the moment,
Amy's got one.
but one of those might be me because I ordered one last night. I think Dale's ordering a Drilly mug.
Glenn Senior says round and brown. It's the future. He's seen it.
We won't ask where Glyn saw that this morning. You know, you can always come into Wayne's Live and have a laugh.
Yep. 61 in, Wayne.
Fantastic.
Robert Dolman's ordered one. Tommy Dunn's ordered one. Ian in the Shed's going to order one tonight.
Cool.
Thanks to everybody who's ordering the t-shirts. Thanks to Scott for having the right, should I swear or not? He had a right ball ache of a time last night. He was designing this, the merch while we were in a hangout last night, and he was having a right ball ache of a time trying to get it designed properly. But he did get it done by the end of the hangout. So much appreciated, Scott.
That's all right, mate. As I said, it was a bit of fun. I quite like designing t-shirts.
Oh, good. I'll get you to design mine then for my merch.
Mate, you tell me what you want, I'll do it. I bought a bit of software, so I might as well use it.
Mine's simple. It's just a bowler hat. With a couple of gouges.
Keith's sticker I did. I did the Fingers Club. Did the Fingers Club t-shirt.
You did the earworms one as well, didn't you?
Yeah, the earworms one. My mate Dave that does all creative metal works, like using old horseshoes and stuff. I've done his. It's a bit of fun.
Ian's asking you, what software did you use?
So I used, what's it called? Hang on, let me open another tab because I did this last night. What's it called? It's called Graphics Factory. I think it was like 30 quid or something. It's free to use, but they put their watermark through it, or if you buy it, then obviously you don't get the watermark. The drilly itself was actually, I think it was blue, wasn't it? The one we found.
Yeah.
It was, yes, it was.
Yeah. So I sat there in Microsoft Paint with it zoomed in pixel by pixel, colouring it. But we got there.
At least it kept you awake this time.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, I do. Saturday night when you kept falling asleep. It was very funny.
My excuse was I'd been up since 4 o'clock in the morning. And by the time I was falling asleep, I think I'd done the 4 cans of Thatcher's.
Yes, you had.
Yeah.
It's just a shame we didn't get a photograph this time.
The one that JP did from last time, when me asleep in the middle and you're all looking at me, I'm going to get done for the workshop. Just for crack.
Right, that's Yorkshire Grit on. Again, I am going to have to watch my fingers when I do this. Turn the speed down. Just trying to get that rubbed in.
Has Drilly signed the approval for his name to be used on the t-shirt?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. I went looking for Drilly's granddad this morning, but I couldn't find him.
And no drillies were hurt in the making of this t-shirt.
Doug saying he went on the site and no t-shirts. Hang on. Still saying no there. Hang on, let me share the link again.
So turning the speed up, get a fresh piece of paper.
Right, so this, Doug, the link I'm putting in now is the one for the t-shirt. Hang on. Oh, I know what I'm doing wrong. Want to press on the arrow and not the send. So there's 2 styles of t-shirt. That one comes in larger sizes. We initially did it with like a V-neck t-shirt, but it doesn't go to a big enough size for myself or Wayne.
Right.
So we've done the bigger one.
I'm just
Because
what are we on? 1340. Right. I'll leave that like that. Like I say, this is going to be a piece that's going in my house. I will do the cuts across the grain rather than with the grain. I'm just going to see if this camera is still working or not, seeing as how the computer switched off.
Mark, I think you need to sing it.
no, but I did put it in just because Dale's not here. I do hope he doesn't mind.
Yeah, that's working. Let's just get this over there onto the bandsaw. Right, there we go. There'll be a bit more noise here again. I've got this set up at about 48 mil.
There's a view of Wayne's workshop we've never seen.
I probably should have come in from both sides doing this, but not to worry.
At least you got a working bandsaw, Wayne.
Well, what I've actually done, I should have remeasured this because it was slightly longer than what it was, slightly wider than what it was long. So it hasn't exactly gone into the middle. I'm going to pop this down onto the table now, and I will alter the camera again, just so you can see what's going to be happening. Let's just bring this across. Now that camera, it's frozen. Why is that done that? Why has that done that? Bear with me a second. Ah, there we are. Okay. The camera keeps on freezing up. I don't know what's happening here.
Andy's
Right.
saying, could you cut the last strip to the same width as the others?
I could do, but it's going to alter the effect. Like I say, a demo piece. I'm just basically showing what's going on. I'm going to switch this camera off. That's it off. I'm going to turn it back on again.
So, Ian, the reason we're cutting this is going to be a piece of wall art. It's a piece similar to what
Cammy.
Cammy's Garage did in the virtual craft weekend.
Well, it's not similar. He just did a deconstructed thing.
Okay, a
it's
deconstructive piece.
it's
It's
not
something that
similar.
Wayne's wanted to do.
It's going to be an art piece, a display piece.
Yeah, it's good.
I've never thought about doing it. No. Mountain View's just joined. Hi, Mountain View.
I don't know what's happening with this camera. What I might do is turn my. Yeah, I'll turn.
Could you put the bit of wood on the bed bars of the lathe, Wayne, and use your overhead cam?
I could. Yeah, good idea, Scott.
Good shout.
Come on, mate. I'm coming up with all the.
Joe, I tell you, you're on it today, boy.
Hey? I think it must be beer and sleep. That's what it is.
Right, I've got to find my.
Perhaps I better go to the shop and get 4 more cans of Thatchers.
Well, it's too much of one and not enough of the other. I'll let you decide which is which.
Too much sleep, not enough beer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's have a look and see what the overhead cam's doing. That's looking not too.
Look at that.
Yeah, that's looking not too. Right, now there's a couple of ways you can do this. I can either. Got a bit of dust in there, which is why it's not going together. I can keep all the pieces of the wood in the same orientation, and then what you do is you just basically off-center them. So if I off-center that, let's do it by about 40. Yeah, that's 40. Off-center that 140. Same with that one. Yeah. And then I'll pull these ones down like that. And like that. That's about the same. Right, so you got that type of effect. This was all get glued back together.
That looks like a crab that way round.
And then it would get hung on the wall. The other thing you can do is do something totally different. So let's get them all set up again. So that's basically what we're starting with. So what you do with the way you do the other one, I could actually move these out and put them together with steel rod. But if I take this one out of here, and take this one out of here, put that one in there like that, put that one in there like that. Okay, then move them off center. Let's bring that one that way. Put that up to the bed bars that way. That's looking grand. Bring that one down to the bed bars on that way. And then you get that type of effect.
That's cool.
There's loads and loads of different things you can actually do with this. You don't have to have the saw cut straight. You could actually do the saw cuts so they're set at an angle. So you have saw cuts coming in like this, and you can actually spread them out along the diagonal. With a circular piece of wood, doing something like this, you can actually cut arcs in around the strips. You can have the strips about 1/2 inch wide. So that would give you a whole lot more scope to actually do this type of thing with. So I think what we'll do on this one, I'll take that one out.
You should go back to the original way, Wayne. It looked like a crab.
The original way. So put that one there, that one back there. Put them up there. Move that. Them up there like that.
And then them bits towards you.
Them bits
Can you see it, Mark, or is it just me?
No, I can see it. Yeah, it looks like a crab.
So there you go.
But it's
So I'll leave it like that. Sometimes over the next couple of days, I'll get it glued up just so you can see what it's going to look like. This strip here is obviously wider than the rest of them because I'd actually set the saw up to go with the grain instead of across the grain, and I didn't set the saw back up again. My bad. These things happen.
Oh, Janice said it looked like a crab as well.
So there you go. I'll come back in. I'll see if I can pick this up and hold it up to the camera. I might not be able to, but I'll put the camera back on to the main one.
Wayne is going to be juggling for us in a moment.
Yeah. In fact, no, what I'll do to make it easier so I can actually do this.
Put it on a bit of board. Yes, definitely a crab.
Ah, a clamp. Yeah, see, that's why he's a Jedi.
I wanted clamps from the back, though. That's the thing.
Can you not get the clamp in between the bed bars?
Yeah, then I'll.
I'll tell you what, Scott, you're just wow. Full of ideas today.
Withy Woodshed, Wayne wants to know: can you juggle whilst ranting?
Can you have a rant about juggling?
I know, I'm full of ideas today. What's going on?
Paul Lockwood says slight spaces with dowels or something may be more effective.
Yeah, that would probably work as well, Paul.
Or Paul says just flip it over and clamp it.
Amy says it also looks like a dog with a mustache and floppy ears running, so its ears are going up in the air. You've got a very vivid imagination, Amy.
There we go, guys.
That is cool.
That is cool.
So obviously not finished. It's got to get glued together. I'll probably get the glue up done this afternoon and get some photos up tomorrow. But I think that's turned out not too bad.
No, I think
That's wicked.
A good one.
Yeah.
I would
Chris
never
Cox
have
has just
done
come in.
anything like that.
Oh, hiya, Chris. That's the finished piece.
Yeah. Chris, go stand in the corner.
Put the naughty boy out on.
So, like I say, something that I've been meaning to do for years and years and years, just never getting around to it. So I thought I'd just give it a go this afternoon, show you something else you can do. It doesn't just have to be plain old bowl turning, goblets, boxes, things like this. You can do things different. Decent blade on the bandsaw. And if you notice when I was cutting, I don't know if you did notice, I don't know if that camera was working or not. But when I was cutting it, I actually had the face of the piece. I had the face of the piece towards the top, because then the bandsaw is actually running down through the piece, so it's not splintering any of the edges on the top, and it's just leaving a little bit of tear out on the bottom, which can be cleaned off using a sander or something like that.
Yeah, we saw you making the cuts. The camera was working then.
All right, okay. So yeah, so have the face of the piece towards the top. Obviously, with the bandsaw blade going down, it gives a cleaner cut.
Cool.
There's some. If you go into Google and put in wood turn and wall art, I mean, you'll see some absolutely fantastic stuff in there. But they do have some examples of these as well, where you can see where I got the idea from. I mean, I think I first saw one of these way back in, probably the late 80s, early 90s. So again, it's not something new. It's something that's been about for a long time.
So
Like anything in wood turning, really, there doesn't tend to be a hell of a lot of new ideas. I think in the past 30 years, there's only been one totally new idea, which got copyrighted, and that was Sounding Bowls by Tobias K.
Wayne, can I just interrupt you, mate, with a question? Or there's a couple of questions. So, Wood Wizardry by Colin says, question, I've got some 8x4 roof truss timber that is coated. I want to glue it together to make an 8x8 blank. Should I sand the stain off before gluing it up?
Yes.
Okay. And then Ian Leonard.
The other thing is, Colin, is it treated wood? Because if it's treated wood, don't turn it.
And the other question is from Ian Leonard. He wants to know what size blade on the bandsaw.
At the moment, I think I'll just go and measure it. I believe it's a 5/8 I've got on. I'll just measure it and let you know. In fact, no, it's a 3/4 of an inch. I'll just check how many teeth per inch. I think it's a 3/4 inch wide, and it's 6 TPI, 6 teeth per inch. That's the blade I tend to use for nice straight cuts. If I'm doing bowl blanks, cutting the circle bowl blanks out, I'd probably drop that down to half inch. Half inch is my favourite blade for doing bowl blanks.
Okay.
Sorry, Scott. If anybody wants to know what size blade for radius of bowl blanks, if you go into my Facebook page, Wayne the Wood Turner, go into the photographs, and part of the way down, I can't remember when I put it up now, but part of the way down in the photographs, I put a chart up for blade widths and what radius they'll cut.
It wasn't that long ago.
No, it was. I think it was probably a couple of months ago I did that. So go into my Facebook page, Wayne the Wood Turner, go into photographs, search down through the photographs, and you should be able to find a chart there for what width of blade you use for what circle you can cut. Douglas is asking, no, he isn't. Robert is. do you wax your blades? No, I don't, Robert. But
Um,
what I do, sorry, I keep on interrupting. What I do, I've got the Jet 18R bandsaw, and it's actually got a big tension relief handle on the back of it, so I can just pull that handle down to relieve the tension. Whenever I'm not, or whenever I leave the workshop, I always relieve the tension on the bandsaw blade. It saves them stretching. If you don't have that type of thing and you've just got the wind up handle for tightening the blade, wind it off to release the tension on the blade. It'll make your blade last longer. And that's the same if anybody does scroll saw work. Whenever you finish using the scroll saw, always take the tension off the blade. It'll lengthen the life of your blade.
Steve Wilson asks, what gouge were you using to face off and turn the grooves, please?
Right. I started facing off using my 5/8 bull gouge. This is the one from Simon Hope, which is double-ended. So I have a fingernail grind on one end and I have a swept back grind on the other end. To complete the face off and do the grooves and the curves and the beads, I use my Robert Sorby 3/8 bull gouge. Now again, if you're in the UK, is there a 3/8? No, half inch. No, that's it. Yeah, that's a 3/8. In the UK, when we measure bull gouges, yeah, it is 3/8. In the UK, when we measure bull gouges, we measure across the flute. So this is 3/8 across the flute. The bar itself is half inch. So if you're in the States, this would be a half inch bull gouge. The same with the bigger one. This is what we class as a half inch bull gouge because it's half inch across the flute, but the bar is 5/8. So in the States, this would be a 5/8 bull gouge, not a half inch bull gouge.
Let's hope I pronounce this right. Anarembi says, I love how much I learned from these, Wayne. I just wish your lunch wasn't so early. 5 a.m. is a bit of a rough wake up.
Sorry
Wayne,
about that.
Yeah, Wayne does do a live on a Wednesday evening at 8 p.m. UK time. So that might
that'd be about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, I think, for yourself.
Might be not so much of an early wake up.
But thank you for coming along anyway.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm doing on Wednesday night.
You never know. You won't know until Tuesday.
Yeah, I know. I know what I'm doing. Right, a week on Wednesday, I know what I'm doing. A week on, I was having Chris and Emma Murray were in the Makers International podcast last night, and Chris was having a nice glass of gin and tonic. And I asked him in the chat if he would like one of the gin glasses that I do, and he said yes. So we swapped messages after the podcast. So a week on Wednesday, that'll be the 1st, is it?
30th.
Something like that.
30th?
Yeah.
Either the 30th or the 1st, whatever.
No, Thursday.
Oh yeah, the 1st of Thursday. I'm on shop duty on the Thursday. So the 30th of September, 8 p.m. UK time, I am going to be doing one of my gin glasses. And what I do, I'll probably not have one handy now. Oh, yes, I have. Been sitting about a while, very dusty. What I actually do with these is that I chop the stem off. I turn a new stem out of wood and colour it using Joe Sonia's iridescent paints. I have done a live doing them before, but this next one is going to be for Chris. Yes, Colin, I will be doing an emerging bowl at some point. I want to have a bit of practice doing that.
Dr. Bob wants to know where you got your Excuse Me t-shirt from.
Amazon, Dr. Bob. That's where I got this one from. It's not something that's been specially made. This was from Amazon. So if you go into Amazon and just stick in "Excuse Me" t-shirt, something like that, it should bring them up.
I'll see if I can quickly find a link.
Yes, the Emerging Bowl. I'm going to have to go back and watch Mike Waltz. Somebody else put one on yesterday, which I haven't actually watched yet. So I need to watch a couple of videos. I might not do it out of a branch. I just might do it out of a square piece of wood.
Olivier Gomez did one this week.
Was that the one that came up yesterday?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, okay. I did actually like that, so it's in my like video, so I can go back and watch it.
Oh, found it. There we go. Right. Doop-a-doop-a-doop. Copy.
So I think Scott's just going to put a link in for the t-shirt.
Paste. That is the link for the Excuse Me t-shirt.
Nice and comfy, these t-shirts.
I might have to order one.
I'll have to see how I get on with my skew first.
Thank you to everyone that's brought a Drilly t-shirt.
Yes, that's much appreciated.
We have sold 9 during the live.
Oh, very good. And I'm going to be going to the house and I'm going to be ordering one.
Just bear with me a sec, Wayne. I'll put Olivier's share, copy, go back.
I've got some jobs to do this afternoon for my good lady, because today's technically my only day off this week. But depending on time, I might pop up live later on this evening.
Grand.
There's the link for the Emerging Bowl that Olivier Gomez did.
So yeah, yes, in answer to Colin's question, I will do one of them live at some point. And probably add my own twist to it, like I tend to do with my stuff.
And Pete from Twisted Trees has just give you a super chat.
Oh, thank you, Pete. Much appreciated. Like I said, I've said before, I do really appreciate everybody coming in. I really appreciate the super chats. With the advertising that I get seen as all monetized, and with the super chats that came through last month, I've been able to buy myself one of the Stream Decks, so I won't have to be messing on with the mouse anymore. I can just press buttons and change the cameras and everything. So it's anything that I make from YouTube, anything that I get through super chats, it all gets plowed back into the channel, so I can make improvements. So it becomes a better show at the end of the day. So it's much appreciated. Oh, Alejandro's just come in. He's just woken up. I'm sorry, Alejandro. It's finished. Sorry about that.
I'm very jealous of all you guys getting your Stream Decks.
Yeah, not the only one, Mark.
Well, Dale found that one that was on eBay the other day, Mark. That actually went. I fell asleep and missed it. And I was talking to Dale in the Hangout that night, and I said, I can't find one pretty cheap anywhere. 2 minutes later, he stuck a link into the Hangout chat. 79 quid for the 6-button one.
I clicked on that same link, and to send it to me, it was 119.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Weird. I even got free postage on it.
It's because I live out the back end of nowhere.
Well, so do I.
True.
So do I get cheaper?
Anyway, any idea how many we had in today, guys?
61 was the most I saw.
Brilliant. Yeah. Again, thanks very much for coming in, guys. It's much appreciated. I mean, obviously, I'd be in the workshop anyway. And a lot, I just tend to do different stuff when I'm doing the lives. So I will be back on Wednesday. Thanks for Scott and Mark
No
for
problem.
earworming.
No worries.
It makes life a hell of a lot easier with earworms, because they can keep an eye on the chat and bounce questions off me, rather than me having to keep on stopping and looking at the chat. Right, Pete's just put in there, Mark. Touch Portal, £8 and an old tablet does 90% the same.
Oh, look at that.
I think you can actually download the Stream Deck thing, an app for your phone.
All right, I'll have a look at that too.
I don't know if you've got to pay for it or not, but it's certainly worth having a look at. Right, guys, I'm off. I'm
Good.
going to press the bloody
Well,
button.
not good, but you know what I mean.
Mark's on tomorrow lunchtime doing some sanding and finishing. I will no doubt be an earworm on that one.
You will. There will be some turning as well. It's not just sandwich.
Oh, thank you, Steve. Right, I'm going to press the bloody button. And here we go, guys. Bye for now. See you soon.